Clarissa positioned her in front of it. Below, the nursery buzzed with soft life. Dozens of babies crawled, toddled, and played in oversized cribs, playpens, and padded floors. And then she saw them. Mia, drooling around her pacifier, crawling happily toward a stuffed bunny. Allison, sitting quietly in a corner, stacking colorful plastic rings. Rachel, lying on her back giggling as a caregiver changed her heavily soiled diaper. All three of them wore soft, vacant smiles. Their eyes were distant, dreamy. They didn't even glance up. Emily's heart shattered. They hadn't named anyone. They hadn't betrayed their friends. They had refused. And they had paid the price. They were gone. Gone. Tears blurred her vision. They were stronger than me. Better than me. She buried her face in her mittened hands, sobbing uncontrollably. She shook her head. I'm a coward. A traitor. I sold them out to save myself. A crushing guilt weighed on her chest. She wished, oh, how she wished, she could have been like them. Brave. Loyal. Good. Clarissa knelt beside her, speaking softly. There, sweetheart. No more worrying. No more guilt. They're happy. They're exactly where they need to be. Emily choked back a sob, trembling. But even as she wept, another feeling gnawed at her. Envy. They were free now. No worries. No guilt. No pain. Just babbling, crawling, suckling, and being loved. Safe forever. Happy forever. She wanted that. Desperately. Clarissa crouched beside her, gently taking her mittened hands. You don't have to fight anymore, Princess. You don't have to hurt. Wouldn't it be easier to let go? It's all right, sweetheart, she whispered. No more choices. No more guilt. Just happiness. Emily whimpered, burying her face against Clarissa's shoulder. Clarissa's hand gently tilted Emily's chin up. Emily stared into her warm, patient eyes. The pacifier bobbed in her mouth. Wouldn't you like to join them? Clarissa coaxed. Wouldn't you like to be Mommy's little princess forever? Emily hesitated, but only for a heartbeat. Slowly, almost against her own will. Emily nodded. Clarissa beamed and kissed her forehead. Good girl, she whispered, kissing Emily's forehead. Such a good, precious girl. Very gently, Clarissa began to wheel Emily away, back down the corridors, toward her new life. Emily nestled against the soft cushions, pacifier bobbing rhythmically. And deep inside, past the guilt, past the shame, she felt a flicker of true, innocent joy. Because deep down she knew. She had finally come home. Clarissa wheeled Emily back to the VR room and helped her move back to the lounge chair. One last little dream, sweetheart, Clarissa cooed, smoothing Emily's hair. And when you wake up, you'll be home. The VR headset was placed on her head one last time. Emily suckled her pacifier nervously as the world faded into a sea of soft pastel colors. Then, she blinked and found herself lying in a gigantic crib, surrounded by plush animals, her world painted in soft pinks, yellows, and blues. She tried to sit up, but her muscles felt sluggish, her coordination clumsy. She was dressed in the sweetest outfit yet. A fluffy pink tutu skirt puffed out around her waist, layers and layers of frilly tulle. Her legs were encased in soft, white tights covering her thick, crinkling diaper with little pink bows at the ankles. She wore rumba panties, the back adorned with 3 layers of lacy ruffles. She wore tiny booties with satin ribbons tied into bows. A sparkling silver tiara nestled in her fine, baby-soft hair. Her mittened hands clutched a plush unicorn. Her chest proudly declared "Mommy's Precious Princess" in glittery letters. The thick pacifier between her lips bobbed rhythmically as she suckled without thinking. Emily's world was warm, soft, and slow. Everything she once was, an adult, with worries and responsibilities, was fading away. And she didn't even miss it. When the headset was gently removed, Emily didn't stir. Clarissa looked down on her admiringly. She thought to herself, "I knew you were special the moment I first saw you. And look at you now. Just perfect. So perfect I may adopt you myself." Emily slowly woke up and blinked up at Clarissa. No longer Clarissa, but Mommy with wide, dreamy eyes. She looked around and saw the nursery she was in. Big crib, changing table, playpen, a rocking chair in the corner, which is where she sat right now. Decorated in pinks and light purple with toys and plushies scattered around. Her diaper was warm and slightly sagging between her legs, a familiar, comforting sensation she didn't even think to question. Clarissa cooed down at her. "There's my perfect little girl," she whispered. "Mommy's so proud of you." Emily's first full day as Mommy's princess had officially begun. "Good morning, sunshine," she cooed, reaching down to tickle Emily's tummy. Emily squealed and kicked her legs helplessly, giggling behind her pacifier. Mommy helped Emily move onto the padded changing table. The ritual was slow and loving. Carefully untapping the wet diaper, gently wiping her bottom and thighs with warm, scented wipes, dusting her with sweet baby powder, sliding a fresh, thick diaper beneath her and taping it up snugly, pulling the tights and rumba panties back over the diaper with a flourish. Each step reassured Emily, anchoring her deeper into her baby role. Mommy carried her to an oversized high chair. Emily babbled and clapped as Mommy spoon-fed her warm oatmeal with mashed bananas. Half of it ended up smeared on her cheeks, but Mommy only laughed sweetly, wiping her clean with a bib. After breakfast, Clarissa brought a large stroller into the room and gently urged Emily into it. She wheeled her out of the room. It was all a blur to Emily as they went through the hallways, arriving soon at the playroom. The playroom was paradise. Emily crawled happily around, her diaper crinkling with every wiggle. Her favorite toy became a giant plush unicorn, which she dragged with her everywhere. She loved building tall towers of colorful foam blocks, only to giggle maniacally as she knocked them over. She sat in a bouncy seat that jiggled every time she moved, sending her into fits of giggles. The other babies toddled and crawled around too, some in sparkly dresses, others in onesies with cartoon animals. She babbled at them happily, sharing toys and hugs without a care. She recognized none of them, though once she felt a strange pang when a giggling blonde girl, Mia, handed her a plastic rattle. Another time, she sat beside a brunette, Allison, stacking cups, babbling nonsense words together. Once a redhead, Rachel, drooled sleepily onto her shoulder during a cuddle session. Some deep part of Emily's mind itched with familiarity, but it was washed away in the flood of blissful babyishness. They were just her playmates now. Nothing more. Later, Emily was cradled in Mommy's arms, suckling at a bottle filled with warm milk. When the bottle was empty, she whimpered and rooted instinctively, and Mommy smiled, pulling her blouse aside and offering her breast. Emily latched on hungrily, nursing with slow, happy sighs. Her diaper grew warm again, unnoticed, unimportant. When her little belly was full, Mommy rocked her gently in a rocking chair, humming lullabies. Emily's eyes drooped, her thumb sliding into her mouth as the pacifier dangled from its ribbon. Mommy tucked her into the crib with her unicorn, winding the mobile overhead. As the music box tinkled out a lullaby, Emily drifted into a heavy, dreamless sleep. When she woke, she was changed again, then spent time in the stroller outside in a garden with high walls, waving her mittened hands at butterflies. Back inside, Mommy read her a picture book full of colorful animals and silly rhymes. Emily clapped and babbled excitedly at each new page. Another bottle, another warm snuggle, and then back into the crib for bedtime. Mommy kissed her forehead. "Mommy's precious princess," she whispered. "You're home now." As Emily suckled her pacifier and cuddled her unicorn, her eyelids fluttered closed. Somewhere, deep down in the fading corners of her mind, a part of her remembered being someone else. A girl with worries, with guilt, with shame. But that was all far, far away now. She didn't have to remember anything anymore. She didn't have to be anything else anymore. She was just Emily, Mommy's precious princess, and her world was perfect. She was rejuvenated. She belonged here. Forever.